Hello, crafty friends. Look what we're making this week. Two little birds, so sweet. Oh, kind of makes me think of spring. Not done with winter yet though, but it's nice to look forward. Two little birds, one house, and you get to make it with me. So what did you get in your kit this week? I'm gonna turn this down so we can check it out. You can make sure you have all your pieces. You know, it's probably a really good idea to lay out your pieces. I don't know that I've ever said that. Lay it out so you know you have everything. And remember, anytime you need to pause the video to catch up or I'm talking too fast, you know what to do. So what did you get in your kit this week? We got the shape of our house. We got our little flower decoration that's gonna go on the top. We have the black circle to represent the hole that the birds can go in. We have 3 pieces of brown. That's the roof and the floor, I guess. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna push that right to the side because then we have all this that we're going to create our birds with. So we have 2 bodies, 2 half circles that we're gonna make use for their bodies. 2 circles, well, how am I going to say this? 4 circles. One is bigger than the other, though. It's important to remember that because the bigger circle, let me hold that. The bigger one, we're going to fold in half to make the wing. And the smaller one is the bird's head. And then, of course, we have the little tail and the breast piece. Give them some interest. So let's put our birds together. Tweet, tweet. So what do you need at home? The usual things, piece of paper to work on. I'm gonna move that a little bit. You need, of course, dun, 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 a glue stick, at least a black marker or crayon or a dark color. And in case you want to color their beaks, you might, you don't have to. You might want to use another color. Of course, you can add whatever color you think. Let's put those birds together. So the half circle is their body. So I'm gonna lay that right down in front of me. Now it's a little tricky. Remember, we're using the bigger circle, not the little circle. It's just a little bit bigger, but it is the bigger one. And we're gonna fold that in half. You might need some help. If you need some help, who are you gonna call? I bet there's someone there to help you. So fold those right in half, like that. And again, they're gonna be the wing. So open up that glue stick. And we're just gonna use our wiping method. We're gonna take the white piece and you will see that it should fit pretty darn good. Right, matching the edge. If I turn it over this way, you shouldn't really see it. We're gonna fill up a part of that half circle. Now we want to make 2 birds facing each other too, so that's why I laid both down in front of me. So take that white, wipe it across your glue, and put it right up in that corner. Whoops, and of course, whoop, there goes my marker. So you have one that looks like that. Lay it back down in front of you. Take your other piece of white, do the same thing, wipe it across your glue a few times. And this time I want them facing each other, so I'm gonna put it in this corner. Okay, see, I'm gonna move that off the white. Again, it's so hard to see white on white. So I have 2 that are facing. Okay, let's get back to work here. I'm gonna reach down here and grab my marker because I knocked it over, because that's what I do sometimes. Now we're gonna take those 2 bodies. Again, this is what we just made here. We're gonna take our wing, yeah, and not the whole thing because we want it to stay folded. We're just gonna wipe half of that circle, just really just a bit. Put it right on our body. Oop. It's kind of off. It's kind of up in the air just a little bit. So there's one. And we really only need to put it in the corner. So I'm gonna wipe it on the corner there, that half circle. And I'm gonna put that one I did it kind of backwards, but that's okay. Backwards, frontwards, doesn't matter. So now we have this look. It would be very nice for that bird to have a head though, don't you think? I think he would really appreciate that. So pick up your whole body piece. We only need just a teeny bit of glue right in that corner right there, just because we want his head off a little bit. A little bit of glue, just put the tip of your circle. Again, show you again. We're just adding the circle to our body. So there's one. I'm gonna do it on the white. Wipe just that corner, just the corner, and put our head just a little bit on there. Ooh, it's starting to look bird-like, don't you think? Except I think he would also really appreciate having a teeny tiny tail. Now notice your tail pieces here. One end is bigger than the other, so the small end, and again, we're only gonna need a very teeny bit of glue here. So we're gonna wipe that small end, just the edge of it, and we're gonna put it right on the end of our bird. Ooh, yeah. And we're gonna do the same thing. Not the longer end, the teeny tiny end. Put a little bit of glue on that and put it right on there. Okay, look at that. We've made our bodies, and now we're gonna add just a little bit of detail. We're gonna give them some eyes and a beak, and maybe, I don't know, I thought this kind of looked like feathers. You can make it however you want. And I just did some lines on his tail. Simple, simple. We're not gonna add the legs until we put them on the birdhouse, so use your marker there. I'm gonna try to do this. So I put a beak and an eye and an eye. Let me show you nice and close. A beak and an eye and an eye. He wants to see where he's going. We're gonna do the same thing here. Now, I also wanted them facing each other. Oh. And then, like I said, if you like, you could color that in with black, or if you happen to have another color marker, you can just kind of color it in like so. And all I did on his wing piece there was make some lines, just little squiggle lines. You do as you please. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. It's more fun to say squiggle, squiggle than it is to do it, I think. So, let me show you again. Kind of marks on his wing pieces there. And on his tail, I just did a couple of long lines. So I'll show you again. Long lines on his tail. Shortly, you know what I think? I think I'd like some lines inside his wing too. I'm gonna open that circle up and just kind of do some inside too. Get in there, little bird wings. I'm gonna open this one up and I'm gonna do the same thing. Oh yeah. Okay, so, whoop, my wing just fell off. I ain't gonna quit. Glue it right back on there. Don't mess with me, wing. And just like that. Okay, friends. Let's put them this way. 2 feathered friends. Okay, let's work on our house. So bring over your purple piece here and your 3 brown. 3. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna create the roof and the floor, I'm gonna call it. So we're gonna wipe glue down one edge of our purple from the point to the corner. And we're gonna take our time here, really line this like it should line right up with the edge. Line it up with the edge at the top and right down to the bottom, all the way. On the back, you shouldn't really see the brown until way down here because we were careful to match our edges right there. And then to do the other half of the roof, we're gonna put it right across the top again. I know it's hard to see that I put glue all the way down the edge. And we're gonna take that second piece and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna line it right to the top, right down the side. So we've done this. Press that in there. And again, on the back, you don't really have to see the brown on this V part because we've matched it right up. Just like that. And on the bottom, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna run a line of glue right across the bottom. And this time it should fit pretty perfect. Right corner, right across, press it in. Look how easy that was. Very easy. But the birds need a way into that house. So we're gonna give them that. We're gonna take that black circle and just put some glue in the middle here, wipe it around a little bit. And I put it kind of in the middle. I want some space down here for my birds. So I don't want it too low. Press that in. And then I'm gonna put our birds, I'm gonna figure out where I want them. I think I want one right there, and I want one right here. And once I'm happy with how I'm placing my birds, I'm just gonna pick them up there. Instead of trying to put a bunch of glue on my paper, it's easier and cleaner too, I think. Just to rub, wipe it across your glue stick. You really only need some, excuse me, on the body here. So I'm gonna place him or her right there. Pick up my other bird, wipe it across my glue, and put him or her right there. Two little friends, two little birds, making good friends, yahoo! Now I wanted my birdhouse to be a little dressed up. So I gave you a flower and a center for your flower and a couple of leaves. So again, I'm just gonna wipe that across my glue stick and I'm gonna put it just above the opening. Put the circle, wipe it across the glue again, put it in the middle of the flower. Looks like a sun, bright sunshine. You have two leaves, a big and a small. And this time I'm just gonna wipe the curved edge. No, I think I'll do the point. I'm gonna take the pointed edge, wipe it a little bit, and just kind of tuck it under that flower. Take the other one, take the pointed edge, wipe it across my glue a couple times, and I'm gonna tuck it under just a little bit. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, that bird needs some legs. What is he, just floating there in the air? I guess he could be flying. I'm gonna give him some legs. And all I did was make two lines for each bird, because he has two legs. He has two lines. And I gave him a little bit of feet with a V to hang on. And I saw this artist named Charlie Harper who always does birds, and he always gives his birds what I call knobby knees. So I always make a circle in my bird's legs. And looky, looky, look what you did. Look what you created. I put that wing on backwards. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. I'm gonna change that wing. I don't know why I did that like that. But you know what? We can always change things. That's kind of the fun thing of doing crafts too. It's just like, oh, I don't like it that way. I'm gonna change it. There. Okay. Two friends, two birds, and a very cute house. I'd love to see how yours came out. Remember to clean up, put your cover back on your glue. Make sure your marker, let's see if we can get the sound. Oh, that's not a great sound. Let's see if this one does better. Oh, well, that was harder than I thought. And click. Save that paper to work on another time. And ta-da! 2 little birds outside my window singing a sweet song. I miss you, friends. Send me a picture. I love to see your projects when you get them done. I miss you. Mwah.